All right, good afternoon, everyone. We're going to finish with chemistry, maybe, but we're continuing with chemistry. For barbering, here in 102B13, page 168.
And Cosmos, you're in 5.3 on page 123.
Okay, so what this is here is this is a picture of hair. Healthy hair. Healthy hair with the cuticle swollen. So some shampoos do not have the pH of a 5.5, 4.5 to 5.5. So this is just showing you how it's swollen, what happens when your hair softens and swells. So this is the swelling portion of it on how large your hair can get. Okay, so it can make it swell. Okay, so there's these terms that deal with healthy hair. You're going to find cosmetic appearance, porosity, manageability, and elasticity. So luster, I didn't know what that word meant. Yeah, that's the shine of your hair. I missed that on the test because I didn't know what it meant.
Yeah.
So luster means, is your hair shiny? How shiny is your hair? Okay, that's your appearance. Your porosity, right? The amount of moisture or liquids your hair can absorb. Your manageability, how easy a comb can pass through wet or dry hair. And elasticity, the ability of your hair to stretch and return. You need to know these.
Yeah, kind of like the layers of the hair. These are mandatory definitions.
Yeah. So then we're going to move on to rinses and conditioners. So this is a big category too. Mm-hmm. There's lots of different ones out there within the categories. So these are products that can strengthen your hair, add body, or protect it from damage. So rinses. Rinses mainly affect the surface of the hair. Now, if you're at home, so just a little bit, okay, and you want to use a lemon rinse, it's going to remove the soap scum.
Close cuticle down.
Close your cuticle down. It's going to make your hair shiny. The lemon is actually going to make your hair feel just a little bit different. I would suggest you try it if you have lemon at home. Now, we're not just going to go and put pure lemon on your hair. It has to be diluted down.
Yes.
With water. And I'm about to give you the ratio right now of what the water to vinegar is.
Water to lemon.
I mean, water to lemon. Okay. You can also do vinegar. Mm-hmm. It does about the same thing as lemon, but it smells. So the lemon smells much better than the vinegar, but it pretty much does the same thing except.
So can we use those that harden the hair, like when you're trying to reconstruct it and stuff, so it can work that way?
Vinegar helps maintain a pH balance, yeah. But, where is it?
I couldn't find my Cosmo one, so that's like, okay, next.
Yeah, it's in here.
What's in the new book?
It is in the, okay. So, vinegar rinse is mixed by using 2 tablespoons of white vinegar and 1 pint of tepid water, which is neither cold nor hot. Okay, so 1 pint's what, 16 ounces to 2 tablespoons. Lemon rinse uses the strain juice of 2 lemons or 15 drops of concentrated lemon. Adjust water to a 4.5 to 5.5 pH.
So how much water though?
It's 16 ounces.
Oh, okay, both of them are.
So it's 15 drops of lemon to 4.5 to 5.5. I mean, to 16 ounces.
Yeah.
So, I don't know how much 15 drops measures out to be.
I don't know, once I have to do drops is when I'm doing something when we're checking for vegetable dyes, you know? That
Yeah.
20, 30 kind of, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, isn't it pretty? $20.
Yeah, weird.
Pennies.
Mm-hmm.
So let's find out. 15 drops 15 drops to a teaspoon.
Is that what it is? Teaspoon?
Almost a teaspoon. Oh, it's about half a teaspoon. So I just do a teaspoon.
Okay.
I just put a teaspoon to, I think I was using 2 teaspoons actually to 16 ounces because I think I read it wrong. But it actually works. You should, I mean, it does work. You will feel a difference in your hair. You don't think you will, but you actually will feel a little bit of a difference. So those will help remove, you know, the soap scum, detangle the hair, make your hair feel a little bit better. Yeah, those are nice rinses. Cream rinses are these instant rinses that will just detangle your hair and yeah, just make it look shiny. It kind of almost puts like a coating on your hair shaft. So
because it's slightly acidic. They're not really acidic like the first one was.
Sometimes they're kind of heavy. So if you have fine hair, it might weigh your hair down a little bit. And they kind of just act like, I don't know, to me, they're just like a magnet for dirt and makes your hair oily. I'm not a fan of a cream rinse.
That's leaving cream on your skin all the way, put it in there and everything attaches to it.
Yeah, if it says cream rinse, I'm really not a big fan of a cream rinse. Now, maybe a moisturizing conditioner or something like that I like, but the cream rinse itself is something that, yeah, I just don't.
It doesn't close anything down, it feels like.
If you have someone's hair who's super tingly, like maybe a little kid or something, you're trying to comb through their hair, a cream rinse is going to be good because it's going to detangle it.
Water for just a leave-in conditioner kind of.
Oh, in your water bottle?
Yeah,
you can put a little bit in like a water bottle, just spray on hair too if it tangles up really easily.
So it's diluted and it
that's yeah. As far as like in my shower using them, no. And then a medicated rinse will help control minor dandruff and scalp conditions. Now with the cream rinse, when you put it on the hair, you have to like rinse it out with water. The lemon, sometimes we like to rinse it out with water, but you don't always have to, not with the lemon or vinegar. You don't always have to rinse it after you squeeze it through the hair. Medicated, I would follow the directions on that. You can do your own like medicated rinse at home if you have like itchy scalp, especially if you're sweating a lot and stuff and your scalp gets itchy. No, sea breeze.
Really?
Yeah, sea breeze or even Listerine, believe it or not.
Yeah, I don't use vinegar to get like dandruff off, period. It will take it off immediately.
Yeah, but if you like had sea breeze, just pour some sea breeze in a bottle and, you know, squirt it on the scalp and run it through. It actually helps.
Good.
So does Listerine.
I never thought of that.
Yeah, Listerine would help too.
I know,
if you have an itchy spot or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, for stinky feet too.
Yeah. Listerine will help with that too. So, but those, you know, you don't need to rinse those off because they're kind of minty, they're kind of tingly. So they just help kind of take that itchiness and those kind of get around your head. But I mean, you might want to rinse it too if you felt like you needed to.
It gets on the hair part, yeah, because you're just working for the scalp, right?
Yeah. So those are rinses, okay? There is a difference between a rinse and a conditioner. A conditioner actually penetrates a little bit deeper into the hair. And some of them are going to say like, oh, this is an instant conditioner, or this is a normalizing conditioner. This is a keratin protein. This is bodybuilding. This is a deep conditioning treatment. This is going to give you moisture. This is going to give you protein. I mean, you got to kind of figure out what they're saying. So there's key words that are going to help with that. So some of the words that you might want to look for are like hydrating, you know, deep conditioning treatments. Sometimes they say that they're a deep penetrating conditioner, but you only leave it on for like 1 to 3 minutes. To me, that's instant. If I want something that's going to be a deep, you know, penetrating conditioner, I need at least 5 on my hair, if not longer, 5 to 10. Most of them are 10. I don't really see anything that says longer than 10 minutes. I haven't seen anything for a long time that says longer than 10 minutes, but those are the penetrating, you know, to go in really deep into your hair and kind of help with dry hair or maybe some broken bonds to kind of help, you know, hold them back together. Not broken, but weakened, you know, to kind of help hold them back
because
together.
You've got too many chemicals on there, so it's that weak.
Yeah, or, you know, you flat ironed it too much or shampooed it too much or something like that. So the instant, again, coats the hair. That's like, you know, 60 seconds or less that you're leaving it on the head. They usually
don't
contain,
penetrate the cortex.
yeah, they don't. They just sit on the surface of the hair. That's also one that's going to totally be a magnet out there for dirt and stuff like that.
Especially if they don't rinse really well. People seem to think they need to leave them on a little bit longer, and like they do shampoo, and they'll massage it into the scalp, and you're like, what are you doing on the scalp? You need it on the hair itself, not on the scalp. And then that means their scalp oilier, and then they don't like to use them because it's a repeat cycle.
Yeah. So, bodybuilding ones, do you like those?
Not really, because they leave a film on there too.
Yeah, they do.
Because they're trying to make the hair fatter, I guess you could say, so it's thicker.
Yeah, plumps up the hair, the hair strand itself.
So you have to kind of get used to it, or you don't like it at all.
So you have to really know the difference between the conditioners and the shampoos and like what each one is made for. So like she says, if you leave this on, you know, it says 1 to 3 minutes and you leave it on 5, you think you're getting more conditioning, but you're not, because it's the size of the molecule of the product that actually gets the work in the deepest. Yeah. So if it says leave it on 1 to 3 minutes and you leave it on 5, you're not getting any more conditioning than you would, you know, just leaving it on the 1 to 3. So that's some misconceptions out there. Okay.
Go ahead. Yeah. Like, okay. So your moisturizing now is recommended for dry, brittle hair or hair that's been mechanically or chemically damaged. So dry hair to begin with, and like she said, anything that we've actually done to the outside of it, the curling iron or the hot combs, anything like that. You have customized though. It's formulated when the hair requires a combination of moisturizing and bodybuilding.
Or you could do moisturizing and reconstructing.
Or your dandruff, one of those two that's going to come back in there. A specialty now would be developed for wigs and hair replacement systems, because we have to use a different type of shampoo and conditioner when we're doing hair pieces, right? Or wigs, because they're a little bit more on the drying side, I think, than the regular shampoos. Kind of evaporates that more alcohol, I think, in them.
I think so for the hair. I haven't really checked ingredients on those, but it makes more sense. So remember, hydrating and moisturizing, same kind of thing, you know. So ingredients for conditioners, vegetable proteins, animal proteins, Anamines or quats, which would be for your disinfection purposes.
Dimethicones or fatty alcohols and acids. There's that fatty alcohol where people think they don't need alcohol in products, but they do need good alcohols. And the good alcohol would be like cetaphil alcohol. That's a moisturizing or hydrating alcohol. It's not like rubbing alcohol.
Yeah,
there's a difference.
Dimethicones, you see a lot of cones and things. That gives it that slickness or the slip and glide factor there. You do see a lot of cones.
Oil, yeah.
It's not only dimethicones too, it could have some other type of cones.
Products that you use maybe even before blow drying too, huh? That'll have that slick kind of feel to it.
Yeah.
Not bio-soap oil or something like that.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, you do. And sometimes with the cones on there too, if they're like, it depends on which type, like a silicone you don't want, but dimethicone's a little bit better. But some of those, if you don't rinse them out really well and you put heat to the hair, which you'll see it smoking. You'll see it smoke off. Like if you're doing a flat iron or something like that, you'll see the smoke come off of it. But sometimes it does have a smell, depending on, you know, just what it is and how it coats that hair. Yeah. So those are really, really interesting. So some of the animal proteins found in conditioners are bovine serum.
That's baby calves.
It's a refined and sterilized cattle tissue, such as bone and blood marrow. Yeah. Okay, so the refined placentas of female cattle and sheep and collagen are also popular animal proteins found in hair conditioners. Okay,
but we don't like lanolin.
Yeah, we don't like lanolin. Vegetable proteins are refined through a very complex method with various combinations of chemicals into the formulation of a conditioner. A conditioner, however, does not need to contain protein. Since hair is largely made of protein, it becomes the logical choice and the major component in most conditioning products. I've always heard like, oh, let's
from reconstructing the proteins.
You know, but I've always heard people say things like, let's put some mayonnaise on your hair,
Ugh.
and that's going to give you a deep conditioning treatment.
Yeah.
You know?
Does it really?
Anyone ever heard that? Mayonnaise?
Yeah.
For
I don't think I could put it in there because it made my hair too greasy.
Oh yeah, it makes your hair super greasy. But I've always heard using mayonnaise would be a good deep conditioning treatment. No one's ever heard that?
I heard it tanning. Oh, it's stomach.
Mayonnaise and tanning?
You know, the baby oil and iodine, well, they used to do mayonnaise too. It was disgusting. It's like a solid or a sour sandwich they did right out this end.
Oh. And then I've also heard like hot oil treatments are a good conditioning treatment. But they're really not for conditioning. Now, hot oil is going to coat your hair. It's going to be like a Band-Aid to any split ends or any frizzy ends. I mean, it's going to feel good. Yeah, it's going to make your hair feel great till you shampoo it again. It's going to help, you know, give your hair shine, mend down frizzies and flyaway hairs. Just make it feel really, really good. But it's not doing anything to actually help your hair. It's just like a Band-Aid. Protects it. Let's see, fatty alcohols and acids give hair a smooth feel when dry and make it easier to comb through. Fatty alcohols are creamy in texture and help retain moisture. So clients might be concerned that some conditioners make their hair too soft or weighed down, but it's true, on some of them it might. But you just got to be able to have the right conditioner for the right client. So what's the best one? The one that you like. Okay, if you have to go in the bath, or if you have to go and put like the size of a small orange in your hand,
it's a little waste of product.
You're using the wrong conditioner to get it to work. You know, you should just be able to do like a pump, and that's enough. You know, leave-in conditioners also work really well.
They don't have to be like a lot put on that, a leave-in one.
Yeah, with the leave-in conditioner, you don't have to have tons and tons. It just kind of helps out. You could do a regular conditioner, and then you could put a leave-in conditioner too, if that's what you needed to do. But you can also do the treatments. So if you're doing a keratin reconstruction treatment, okay, one thing about keratin protein.
It makes it hard. It's not humble.
If your hair is very dry and brittle when you start doing it, and you're giving yourself a treatment, say for 10 minutes once a week, your hair is going to get better. Okay. But once it gets better, you need to stop the once a week, because too much protein in your hair is just as bad as not enough protein in your hair. So sometimes I hear this, I used this keratin before and it worked really good, and then it just stopped working and my hair went back. Well, it didn't just stop working. You needed to stop using it because you were overusing it. It's the same thing with people who do the deep moisturizing conditioners and say, oh, my hair, feels better, but it's so flat and heavy. Well, don't do it as often. Find the right products for your hair.
You have to reverse it, switch them up a little bit, almost like a shampoo too. They have to be switched up. You can't use the same shampoo day after day after day.
I do.
For how many years? Really? I can't. Mine just starts to like not feel like it's clean, so I'll switch between two different ones all the time.
I know a lot of people say that. People say, oh, you got to switch your shampoos up every once in a while. It's good for you. Or switch your conditioners up every once in a while. But I don't. I use the same stuff all the time. The only thing I did use differently was from Apogee. And it's a elasticity strengthener. And it's really strange when you go to scoop it. It comes in a jar.
Is it that one where it's kind of like tacky, you like that cotton candy sticking together?
Kind of, yeah. But it doesn't stick to your hands.
Yeah, it does. It makes it kind of.
It doesn't go through your hair well, but it's supposed to. I wanted my curl. I didn't want to lose all my curls, so I bought it sort of tighten up through my elasticity so my curl would stay in.
It worked?
I don't know. I think it might work better on natural curly hair.
Oh, okay.
But I liked it. That's the only thing that I've switched up though, was that everything else is pretty much the same.
That used to say potion over 9 or something like that, where you have to. Is that the kind of stuff we're talking about?
No, this is like a 10-minute type treatment thing.
Okay.
So
the styling product.
Yeah. No, this is something that you leave in, like a deep conditioner. You shampoo your hair, you put it on, you leave it on for like 10 minutes, and you rinse it off. Okay. So. There's other type of conditioners, right, for fine hair, thick hair, curly hair.
wavy hair, whatever.
Whatever. It cracks me up when I see, you know what makes me laugh is when I see the guys that get like 0 fades with like a number 1 on top.
Huh?
And
And
they
they
want-
want conditioner?
And they want their hair rinsed. Okay, I get it. Rinse your hair, get all the, get it shampooed, get all that off. But why do you put conditioner? And then I see a whole handful of conditioner go on that head, and I'm like, what are you conditioning? Okay, it's not the skin. The conditioner is not made for the skin. Conditioner is made for the hair. Because I've heard that. Oh, well, their scalp is dry. Okay, well, that's when you get like a tonic, or a lotion, or something. Tonics come in a variety of different products, and they're always leave-in, but they can range from manageability to dandruff, for moisture, stimulation of the scalp, all different types of tonics, that you can put on there. There's scalp conditioners. There's even a scalp exfoliator. They make scalp exfoliators out there. They're usually cream based. They're like a lotion or a tonic too, but they're associated with healing, like dry skin and things like that, where tonics are more of an astringent and help remove dirt and oil from the scalp. But you can use these things on the scalp, okay? They help the scalp stay their best. So they do have corrective scalp treatments out there if you're ever looking for something, with that.
Find the right product to use for the right area.
Yes, just use the right product. That's about all it comes down to be. The right product.
Safety data sheets, here we go.
So, yeah, safety data sheets, go for it. Because this is all about product information now.
Yeah.
How do you know which is the right product for your client? How do you know if you're going to be buying the right, conditioner? When you're getting ready to go, into a shop or get ready to open your own shop, you can't just have one bottle of shampoo and one bottle of conditioner.
So they're not free for everybody.
One
size
of
fits all.
everything. Yeah, it doesn't. You have to have different things. So what's going to put you with that one product knowledge above everybody else? The information that you know on stuff. Okay, so we need to know about the FDA. What does the FDA do?
That's Federal Drug Administration, and they regulate cosmetic products, which is basically your shampoos and conditioners.
Anything. Yep. Cosmetic. So they basically have to say that it's safe for you to use, and then
Following
safe
their
for you to
directions.
sell. Yeah, and it's safe for you to sell.
So if you're using it in the wrong way or the wrong instructions, okay, and it's not working, you can't blame it back onto the product itself because you didn't follow the directions. That's basically what it is. Because I've heard people say, well, I bought it and I used it this way and it doesn't work. Well, it wasn't meant to be worked like that. You're supposed to use it this way. Maybe you'd have better results if you follow the directions.
Yeah, there's a lot of products though that you can have secondary uses for, but not tons and tons of them. So the United States Pharmacopoeia, this is a book that lists all the standardized drugs. You would not believe, when I was in pharmacy tech school, oh my gosh, I've never seen a book so big in my life. And that was just one of them. There's like 5 of them. They're so huge. We used to have to look up stuff in there. It was
We have to look up the titanium dioxide and things like that, and zinc oxide and stuff when we're doing skin. So I'm sure there's plenty to do with hair.
Oh yeah.
Especially like a monoxol and all those, they were actually.
Those are FDA approved, yeah. Yeah, I was just looking at, I was looking at medications because I was in pharmacy tech school, so it's like a dictionary, huge dictionary. And then you have your International Cosmetic Ingredient Dictionary and Handbook. And I don't know if you guys know this, but you can get like international licenses.
For your products.
No, for you.
For you.
Like you.
Like an aesthetic. I do know they do it.
Yeah, aesthetics can do it. So cosmetology,
cosmetology
yeah, they can do it. Barbers can do it too. So you can have an international license. So if you wanted to work like on a cruise ship, you actually have to get internationally licensed.
Depending on where they go. Certain areas, they once you're out in certain waters, you can work it out. Out there without a license.
You can, but
Once you come in,
the company itself, like
They want
anytime I've
license.
ever went on, I've always asked them,
Yeah.
hey, have you guys ever done this? If we can ever cruise again, right?
Mhm.
Hey, have you guys ever done this? Where did you get your license? And most of them ended up in England
Mhm.
taking this course. Yeah.
Most of the ships are California, the United States only owns the one that goes from here to Hawaii, LA or Long Beach to Hawaii or to Alaska. All the other ones are European ships. There's nobody else out there.
I don't know all that. I just know that.
I assumed there was one of those. She went
I
every
always
summer.
went to the spa. Every time I went to the, not on a cruise, I always went to the spa.
Yeah, you wanted to see the prices on that, didn't you?
No, I went to go get services.
I couldn't believe the prices. My mom came home with that sheet, and I'm like, $200, $300 for a facial. I'm like, what?
No, I just got a massage. It's $50. Okay, so these cosmetic ingredients, right? When we read a label, the ingredients are listed in the order of their concentration. So the first ingredient on the list appears as the largest amount in the bottle, which is usually a water, yeah, and then so on, right? So there's 13,000 different ingredients that they've recognized recently. I mean, it says at present, so that was,
how many years ago that printing?
Probably a couple years ago. So regarding the product labels and being able to follow the manufacturer's instructions are the precautions you will take when working with a very expansive variety of ingredients. So, ask somebody if they're allergic to stuff, because remember that lady that came in for a facial and was allergic to lavender?
Yep.
Every single thing had lavender in it practically. So that was.
And now we had to find some other product to use on her.
Yeah, and then we just decided I wouldn't do her because I was just like, what the heck? So, also, preservatives.
Oh,
Okay,
those are like
before we get any
itchy
further. Preservatives is a natural or synthetic ingredient that's added to all of our personal care products to prevent spoilage. Because if we didn't have it in there, it's gonna like
go bad
within a week, like, bananas do. So
it gives shelf life to the product, which preservatives do.
Yeah, but sometimes it helps also from microbes growing or chemical changes once you open it because the air hits it, right?
Or your fingers aren't clean and you stick your finger in when you're supposed to use a spatula to remove product from a jar. Even at home when it's your stuff, you're supposed to do that.
Yeah.
Because we don't know what's on your fingers still. Oh, they're clean. And you stick your finger in there and then there could be bacteria on your finger and then it just destroys the entire bottle or jar.
Right, but when someone says that a product is organic,
oh, we went through that one.
But it has a 12-month shelf life, you know that it's definitely probably
it's gonna last that long.
A natural one. So when you open a product, on the back of the products, they have those, well, I'll show you. They have these.
I know there's one on skincare that says after opening it, it's only good for so many months. Kind of like makeup too.
Was it that on here? Oh, I guess it's not on this one. What the heck?
It will be on the material safety data sheet or the safety data sheet.
But they have those little pictures on
some
product jars when you open them, and it's like
about that
it's like
jar
a thing with the lid open. And this stuff ever goes bad.
Never goes bad.
No.
I don't know, man. I didn't know it was on the label. So you're
It is on the label. I'm gonna find one. Talk to them.
Talk to them. How about we'll do some cross-checking, okay?
Okay.
We're gonna cross-check some questions here. All right, so we start off with true or false. Solutions separate when left standing. True or false? Anyone there? Can you hear me, you guys? Okay, yeah. So what do you think? This is true or false? I'm thinking that it's false because solutions, they're mixed, they stick together, right? We'll find out. Number 2, a solute is any substance that dissolves into a liquid and forms a solution. That was, anyone want to try and guess?
True.
Is that true?
Yeah, that's true. Okay, a substance that is able to dissolve another substance is known as a, it's the other half of that one right above you. What do we have to mix in a solution? It has a solute and it has one other thing. A solvent, remember that's that water part. So a substance that's able to dissolve another substance would be known as a solvent. All right. Cosmetic classification formed when two or more immiscible substances are united with the help of a binder. This one is called. I'm going to try it. It's like what shampoos are. All right, let's try an emulsion. Okay, number 5, an ingredient found in shampoo that removes oil from the hair is known as a I want to say clarifying, but I'm not sure on that myself. Anyone want to guess on that? Were you going to say something, Nick?
No, I was muting myself. I wasn't going to guess.
No one wants to try, huh? Yeah, I'm thinking antiseptic or, clarifying, one of those two to remove that oil. All right, let's move on to the next section of here and see which ones are right. Okay, a type of shampoo designed to cleanse hair without correcting any special conditioning is known as a what type of shampoo? So we're gonna go back to our little notes on our shampoos. Okay. So this one doesn't, it cleanses without correcting anything. So, plain shampoo? Anybody else want to guess? Or an all-purpose shampoo? I think all-purpose. You think, yeah? All right, we'll try another one. A type of shampoo formulated to have the same pH as hair and skin is referred to as being, this one should be easy. What kind of shampoo did we tell you that one would be? It's got the same pH as hair and skin. What is our hair made out of? Like, is it an acid or an alkaline? Where's 4.5 to 5.5 on the pH scale?
Is that that's low?
So it was going to be, what do you think it's going to be, an acid or an alkaline?
Alkaline?
No, the low is going to be the acid. Remember, our hair is acid balanced. So the shampoo that's formulated in the same pH would be acid balanced. A product applied to help close the cuticle and make hair feel soft and manageable is called?
I don't know.
Connie, will you try this one? Which one? It's a product applied to help close the cuticle and make the hair feel soft and manageable is called?
Close the cuticle and make the hair.
I would think the vinegar.
Rinse. Rinse.
Yeah, we'll try that. Okay, yeah, it says product. Okay, a product used to fortify damaged areas and protect the hair from further damage is known as? Is the ingredients of a product labeled are listed in the order of their
Concentration.
Okay. Well, let's see how well we did. All right, so we had false for the first one, true for the second one. Okay, substance, yeah, that's the solvent. Okay, and then the cosmetic classification, emulsion. I kept telling it was a shampoo, so. Oh, 5 was surfactant. That's one I didn't get right. Well, I was thinking it was like clarifying shampoo or something. Okay, so I was wrong on that one. And then we went to the next part of it. And a type of shampoo designed to cleanse the hair without is all purpose. I got that one. A type of shampoo formulated for the same pH. It says pH balance, but it's acid balance is the same thing as pH balance, wouldn't you say? pH balance of the hair. Because we really did say, it doesn't say pH in our book. It says acid balance. So, all right, a product applied to help close the cuticle, you have rinse, and a product used to fortify damaged areas is going to be your conditioner, like you said. And the ingredients on the product label are listed in the order of their concentrations. So we didn't do so bad. 1, 2.
Okay,
Right, you
so
found one.
I found a couple things to show you. So this, where is it at? Right there. See how it's that like little product that's open? It says 12M on it. That stands for 12 months. What that little label means is that once the product has been opened, it's only good for 12 months. Now, usually products, if they are stored correctly, which means, you know, not in direct sunlight, not in direct extreme temperatures, you know, in a nice, stable, like environment, will last about 3 years unopened. Once it's open, that's only good for 12 months. Oh, I just have it on the other side. This little symbol right here, let's see, this little symbol right there, it's kind of like the yin and yang and yin, or however you say that symbol. I don't know why you say that. That means that it's recyclable.
Okay.
The product is recyclable. This one right here has them right next to each other.
On the Dermalogica.
On the Dermalogica products, those things are right next to each other. Same thing that said 12 months, and then you can kind of see that symbol a little bit better, but that means that you can recycle them.
The product itself, yeah, this container.
The container. Yeah.
So
So another thing on the back of these things is there's a phone number
that you
on
can
all the
call.
products. Okay. Call that number with questions. Call that number with whatever it is. This one is right.
Got a number for you.
Yeah, it's right. Well, no, it doesn't, but it just says Atlanta.
Well, if you know
Georgia.
the company name, you can always look up
And
the
Atlanta.
1-800 number for it.
So also on some products, especially styling products, you're gonna see these little like graphs or something like that. Their hold and their shine. Usually goes from 1 to 5. This one has, I don't know, a lot. But the hold factor is filled in all the way across the top. So that means it's a pretty
little
steady
bubbles.
product. And the shine factor only has one little dot there. So I guess that's gonna mean it's a matte product. What is this? This is a powder paste.
That's why it's matte. That would answer it. Powder.
Powder and paste too. Paste usually aren't shiny. But when you look at this, it says like the first ingredient is aqua.
That's water still.
Still water, right? And it has a copolymer.
That's the sticky stuff.
Acetyl alcohol. It's the fatty ones,
Yeah.
T-butyl acrylamide. I don't know. Copolymer, petroleum.
That's Vaseline.
Triacontyl PPPB. Okay, then you go to polysorbate 80. That's your preservative right there. Polysorbate 80. But then there's probably like 20 more ingredients after polysorbate.
It really is. It's a junk.
They have a
stuff.
sorbitane isotrate, a PEG 150. Yeah. So actually, before you hit that preservative, what do you got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 products before you hit the preservative, which means that those 8 products, that's the order of concentration. After that preservative, they just throwing it in there.
It's just additives and stuff that you don't even really need to know about.
So one of the things about reading the labels is, if this product right here claimed that it had aloe vera in it, and I come down here and I find aloe vera like my very last ingredient, there's probably not enough aloe vera in here to do anything for you. But because it's listed on the ingredient label, they can claim that this product has it in there, even if it's just a trace amount. So this is why we need to learn how to read our labels so that we know exactly what we're buying.
What we're actually getting.
The best quality for that. You should really learn how to read your food labels too. Wow. Okay.
If you can't pronounce it, don't put it in your mouth.
Food labels are just as deceiving, but they're more deceiving, I think, than what we actually are putting on our hair or our skin. But
Amazing.
Like moisturizing lotion too, that's kind of like the same thing. And so it's important. I mean, we have to know this stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Still got 5 minutes. Basically. So this is our review. In our cosmetic classifications, we need to know there are 6 of them. Solutions, suspensions, emulsions, ointments, soaps, and powders. All right, shampoos, they contain surfactants that have a water-loving part, which is hydrophilic, and an oil-loving, which is lipophilic. Okay. There are 4 general categories of surfactants. I can't pronounce that one.
Anionics,
Okay.
cationics,
Non-ionics.
amphoterics,
Oh, Lord.
amphoterics,
Yeah, okay, she got those in there.
I think.
Okay.
Hey, Nick, before I forget, as soon as you get off, give me a call, please.
All right, rinses and conditioners, what we need to know. Rinses affect mostly the surface of the hair, and conditioners fortify damaged areas of the hair and protect it against further damage from chemical services or heat. Your product information, this is the product label, which lists the ingredients in the order of their concentration by descending order is basically what they're talking about. The most at the top and the less as they go down the list. Validate learning by celebrating what has been learned.
Celebrate.
Yay! I gotta sing the stupid song. All right. So what is their homework going to be tonight?
Did anyone read their
Their lecture
labels,
statement?
toothpaste label or anything?
Oh, yeah.
Did anyone check that out?
Did anyone look up their ingredients on their toothpaste?
Or any label?
Quickly
Yeah.
grab it.
What did you find out, Alejandro? Were you surprised?
A little bit. There were some of the stuff that I didn't know that they actually had in there.
Surprises you.
What did you read?
See, on the one that I had, all it had was sodium fluoride with fluoride ion, and then
Okay.
I had another toothpaste that had like 5 different other ingredients that doesn't even have sodium ion.
Yeah. That's why.
That fluoride, what's the fluoride for? It's supposed to be for like making sure you don't get cavities. What is that? What is the fluoride for? You don't know? Me either.
Fluoride.
Because like I said, like one, it just all it has was sodium fluoride. Now I grabbed my other one, and it has sodium hydroxide, silicone gum.
Sodium
It's
hydroxide.
like relaxer in your mouth.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it has sodium hydroxide, lauryl sulfate, hydrated silica water, sodium what is that? Barbicide or something like that.
Herbicide? No, can't have that. That's like your disinfectant. I don't know. It had sodium hydroxide in it.
Yeah.
I don't know, but it's just weird that on one toothpaste it has like a whole bunch of different ingredients, and on another toothpaste only has 2 ingredients, and that's it.
What are the names of the 2 that you gave us?
Say again?
So what are the names of the 2 toothpaste you gave us? Like, is it Crest or Colgate? What?
One was Colgate, and the other one was Crest with charcoal.
That's crazy.
Yeah, scary too.
I know. I was reading some of those too. You know, they say that you can make your own toothpaste with like baking soda,
Mhm.
you know, peroxide.
You can. That's what my mom and my dad told me how they used to do it in Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
Out in those out in the countrysides where there's no stores, absolutely nowhere.
Right.
When they have to brush their teeth, they use baking soda and peroxide, or baking soda and vinegar, or something like that.
Ew, that would taste so nasty. I tried baking soda one time. I tried one of
Your
those.
teeth, like it burns your
those
teeth.
things.
Right,
No,
because your teeth are sensitive.
It just doesn't taste good. I want that minty,
Fresh.
stuff.
That's what
You're
your
not-
mouth is looking for.
You're not supposed to taste it. You're supposed to spit it back out.
I know, but you can still taste it in your mouth. Yeah, don't swallow toothpaste. And after you read some of the ingredients, you'll see why they say
Oh, did you know you're not supposed to rinse out your teeth or rinse out your mouth after you brush for a half hour?
no.
Why?
I did not know that.
They said that after you brush your teeth, you're supposed to spit everything out as much as you can, but not put no water or drink anything for a half hour, because if you rinse it out, you're just washing off everything that you just put on your teeth to help it grow or help it strengthen. So you're supposed to leave everything on for at least a half hour, then you could drink or whatever you're gonna do.
I know that you can't use those whitenings and then have coffee or anything because it's just like,
Yeah,
defeats
just
the purpose.
undoing the purpose. I mean, that makes sense. Yeah, that totally makes sense. Huh.
I took my daughter to the dentist, and that's what the dentist told me.
Oh, wow.
Here we go.
I kind of giggled because they tell us not to eat sweet things and things like that, right? So you won't get cavities, but yet toothpaste has nothing but sugar in it, most of it. So it's like, okay, but the sugar's in there so that you go back to the dentist.
Yeah. So it's like fast food, right? I always heard they put something in fast food to make you crave it. So check out a label, everyone. That's your assignment, right? Check out a label if you have it. Get a shampoo, get a face moisturizer, shaving cream, whatever it is. Just check out the label.
Because what you
Are we-
think is
Can
why
we
not
check out the
take
label?
all-
Are we gonna have to write it out and send it to you?
Yeah. Just write out what you found out,
You know,
what the
what really
ingredients
got me
are.
is shaving cream. I'm talking to men
Send
about
it to
shaving.
us.
I'm like, they're talking about dry skin. And it's like, well, shaving cream is alkaline. It's not anywhere near close to the skin. So you can use, even if it says sensitive skin, you can use other things besides shaving cream. I'd rather use a conditioner on my skin to shave within the shaving
This
cream.
shaving cream right here. First ingredients.
I don't use any shaving cream, any traditional shaving cream or whatever. I use that soap in the jar shaving cream.
Mhm,
Oh
That's
yeah.
the most natural and the best way you can shave.
mhm. What's their second ingredient?
Stearic acid,
And keep going.
butane,
Butane.
propane,
Propane. Holy crap.
triethyl
It's flammable. You didn't know that?
monoamine,
Wait a minute, is that
sorbitol,
antifreeze in there?
Laurel 23, sorbitan C
Good Lord.
silicoate, alkyl polyglucoside,
Oh, where's the silicone in there?
sodium benzenate, isobutane, hydroxyethyl cellulose,
Oh my God.
DMDM.
Someone needs to do the shaving cream. They need you to find out what all of those ingredients are. That would be.
Hexyl decanol, fragrance, and aloe, aloe barn, whatever it is, barnabas leaf juice, very last ingredient. Now, I know that the stearic acid it's a cleanser, right?
Uh-huh.
Or is it the laurel?
The
It's a
laurel
cleanser.
sulfate is the cleanser part of the
Cleanser. So yeah, third ingredient's butane, and then propane.
Good
There you
Lord.
go.
Why do you have to have that in your shaving cream?
We gotta propel it out of the can. That's why they say don't use it near an open flame,
Oh,
right?
yeah, do not puncture or incinerate. Condense under pressure.
Yeah, isn't that crazy? All right, so let's go ahead and just finish this for today. Yikes, let's finish